Today is Sunday, May 4th, and I don't really feel like working out. I am dressed. But I am going to work out. Try to put my hair up in one of these protective ways so that this press can last, but I don't know about that either, but I'm going to leave in a few minutes. Happy Sunday, beautiful. Today is Sunday, May 11th, Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, all the bonus moms, and maybe you serving proxy for somebody. So happy Mother's Day to all the things that we do to keep our families together and moving forward. So welcome back to my channel, Beautiful I'm Colored. My name is Evelyn, and for the past several weeks, I've been taking you along on my GLP-1 journey. And last week, I told y'all that I wasn't going to give you a GLP-1 update until Memorial Day weekend, which is a milestone that I set for myself. But for whatever reason, I felt like coming back this week to give you an additional update and share some other information with you. And just a little bit of kind of like what has been on my mind this week. And so I'm going to be looking down from time to time to keep myself on track with these topics. And this video is probably going to be a little bit longer than usual as a result. But I'll make sure for all the people who just want to know the GLP-1 stuff specifically, either I'm going to put that at the beginning of this video or timestamp it for you so you can get right to that if you don't care to hear about my other commentary, because it's going to be a slight rant. So the first thing is I want to say before I get into this rant, I want to say that I'm very thankful for the past 2 weekends that I've had. The last weekend, I went to one of my friends invited me to see some more stand-up comedy. She was in town, and I was laughing so hard, so hard. And this particular friend, like, she never get tickets that's like mid-grade. She always gets front row, like premium seats. Okay, everything that she goes to, which I'm grateful for. But anyways, we were there, had a great time last weekend. Laugh so hard. And then last night, the 10th, Shantae Moore was in town. So this same friend invited me to go see Shantae Moore. Phenomenal, actually. I always knew she could sing from way back in the day, but to hear her vocally, her vocal expression during her performance was just so awesome. She engages the crowd, like she talks to you, looking you dead in your eyes and stuff. And so it was so great. I took one snippet of my all-time favorite song of hers. It's All Right. I took one snippet that I'll plug in here, but yeah, it was a great time, and I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
Hello, my love. Before the sun rises, after it goes down, I love you, I love you. I'll say it over and over again. I love you. Hey, hey, relax your mind. We can be free together. Take our time.
So I just say I'm thankful for that. And then today, as I've stated, it's Mother's Day, and so what I decided to do for myself is I haven't been skating, roller skating that is, in a very long time. And so for some reason I woke up this morning and I don't know if it was something in the YouTube feed or what. I'm not really sure. But I was just like, it's gonna be 83 degrees and sunny. So I'm definitely gonna sit in the sun today. But I'm also gonna take these hips to the skating rink and see what she can remember and do. yeah, at 47, I'm going to be on the wheels today. But I'm looking forward to that, which is going to supplement for my workout for this week. Okay, before I get into any more commentary that's not GLP-1, let me go ahead and bust through with the GLP-1 update and a med dose update too. Okay, because I told you this is a whole ramble. So, weighed in on Friday, this past Friday, so a couple days ago. Weighed in at 183.4 this week. That's up just a teensy weensy bit from last week weigh in, which was 182.7, which is fine because I've kind of spoken on this before, but I'm been doing body recomp the entire time, which I personally love, and so naturally my results are going to be slower because of um, the building muscle aspects of my routine. But I'm really glad. I'm happy to see the results that I'm seeing. I'm starting to get back into some old clothes. Like I switched out my clothes this past yesterday, actually. I switched out my winter clothes for my spring summer clothes because it's a winter in Denver till this time right now. Like we literally had snow just what a week ago, week and a half ago. Um, but yeah, so switching out those clothes, and I have it's an A line. I have like a size 10 lime skirt that I haven't worn in a while because the circumference of my waist was making the, squishing like the Pillsbury a little bit, like when the biscuits pop out the Pillsbury can. And so I haven't worn that in a while. So I tried it on, zipped right up, got some room. So I was thankful. Now, am I a full size 10? I am not. These hips and thighs and asset is right this second not allowing to be in a size 10, like pant, a true 10, like a pant or a jean or uh something more form fitting. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm trying to tell you is that I can definitely tell like I'm coming down in inches. And I really feel good about that. I also was feeling myself a little bit when I got ready for the concert last night, and I had already made up in my mind some months ago that this summer it's not going to be a hot girl summer. That's not what I do over here. But I am going to be fast, slightly to moderately fast. I definitely made that commitment to myself because I just want to. So last night I ordered, well, first of all, on the Amazon, I ordered a mesh top that has like, it's black, but it has like this flower print on it. And I already had these pants, thankfully the majority of my bottoms in my closet, as far as pants, like work pants and stuff like that, have some elasticity to them. So I'm still able to wear them. They just look a lot better. So I had on like these pinkish pants and a top, which I really wish I would have took a picture last night, but I didn't take a picture in it. But I was gonna say with the mesh tops, as you know, I don't wear no camisole on it. I got one of them bras that's got like the lace stuff on the back, whatever. So I wore a bra up underneath that shirt, and if I do say so myself, this outfit was banging. Do you hear me? It was banging. And when you feeling yourself, and I admittedly will say to you, I was feeling myself because I knew I put together a winner. You know how when you know you put together a winner, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like this vest I got on today. You know what I'm saying? Got the top of the girls a little bit. When you know you're a winner, you're just a winner. And there's a quiet confidence, that you don't need to say anything. You just need to carry yourself accordingly. And that's how it was last night. It was a great time. I'm just saying I did not take a picture. And I was proud of myself too, because my press needed a sprucing up because I be sweating in my head real bad, even with that little dry fit sweatband stuff the girls say you put on your hair and it's supposed to say you press. It saves it to a degree. It saves it to a degree, but it was still a little bit frizzy, so I had to put some grease on it and do my head. Speaking of grease, I want to know why come when you go to the salon these days that people don't put grease on your head? Like there was a method to old school pressing curls and stuff like that as to why it could last, even in the South. Because I used to get my hair pressed all the time as a very young person. And I don't remember my press being sweat out like that. But you want to know why? It was because of the greases, like Blue Magic. So I says to myself, Evelyn, you need to go to your old school ways. And it's been a long time since I handled any type of curling iron, any type of anything. But I said to myself, what grease do you have up in here? And I had some Carol's Daughter Mimosa Hair Honey, which is actually really, really good. And I had like mostly 4C pieces here and there, 4B. So if you know, you know what I'm working with over here. But when I tell you, grease still changes lives, okay? And my hair is nice and full, it's not burnt. I'm proud of myself for that. Um, okay. But yeah, I'm feeling good on the GLP-1. Now, while I'm on the same topic of this GLP-1, I want to tell y'all about something your girl did that I regret right now. Okay, I regret, and that is I went on to the RO weight loss app because I got little bit anxious because the people I watch, talking about the lawsuits and stuff with Eli Lilly and how that's going to impact compounded pharmacies. Which, for those of you who don't know, I have been on compounded semaglutide the entire time. I have been on an exceptionally low dose. I've never gotten to what is called, I guess, in the clinical world, a therapeutic dose. Like I'm on 25 units right now. I was posed to, and I'll get to it in a second, I was posed to go up to 30 units this week right here, this past week. But my medication didn't come. As a matter of fact, this is how I got to the whole road situation. So my medication is being processed. It just hasn't arrived yet. My normal compounded semaglutide that's laced with the B12. So as a backup, I was like, let me slide over here into the row and let me do the little subscription or whatever and get the meds because the first month is like $45 membership fee, and then you get a substantial amount off of your first order. So I'm like, okay, let me try to work this system. The system worked me. Let me tell you how. So I went on Row. It's an app. You don't engage. I didn't have a meeting with anybody or anything. You fill out a form. You upload a picture of yourself, the upper body, and you correspond with one of their doctors through the app. They'll ask you a couple of questions like, have you ever been on it before? Are you currently on it? What's your current dosage? After I provided that man with my current dosage and stuff, he was like, well, since basically you're new to roll, is it okay if we start you a higher lower dose? And I was like, yeah. But my dumb tail didn't ask him what specifically lower dose were you thinking. Okay, I just said, yeah, that'll be okay. So after everything gets confirmed, I get confirmation of the prescription and everything. It's going to be on its way. And of course, I look at the dose and it's telling me some 0.08 units. Now, I just told y'all I'm going to be on 30 units of compounded semaglutide. Why in the whole hell would I want to go down to 0.08 units? That makes zero sense to me. But I had said yes, right? It's in writing. I done said yes. Damn, that truck loud. But I done said yes. And so that's what it is. The other piece about Roe that I'm finna cancel right away. The other piece about Roe that I noticed is that to me the medication, the packaging and stuff is sus. It's what? I'm finna go get it and show it to you because I'm not finna use this compounded semaglutide they sent me. I'm not using it because I don't like the way it looked. It ain't sitting right with me. So hold on. Okay. Okay. So a 4 week supply. Okay, and it's come from Roe. This is the little baggie. Now, when it arrived, my husband is the one who received the packaging, and he know when I get the medication put in the refrigerator, so he did it for me. So I was asking him, like, was it in a box, like a styrofoam box? Was it packed like my other stuff? And he was like, no, it was in like one of those packages instead, and it was cold packed, but it didn't come like the other box. So I said, okay. So they send you the syringes, which I do need new syringes, so yay for that. But this is what it came in, y'all. Look, that's the medication inside of there. And compared to what my medication come in like at Strive, I was just like, and then the tab, like, hold on, because I'm doing out see all my little business, but it has the name and stuff like that, but it was like, mm-mm. And then here go the little tab in the back to tell you like the doctor that prescribed it and stuff or whatnot. Can you see that? I don't look like y'all gonna be able to see that. But yeah, it gives you like the name of the doctor and stuff that prescribed and stuff. And I'm just like, and that's another thing in the Row app, you talk to like multiple different like providers, I guess like are on your case or whatever, or your customer portal. And I also didn't I, I don't know. I think I'm just used to more concierge service because I go to my doctor in person. I talk to him. I only talk to the one, and that's what works for me. Um, if I were to go back to Row, it will be because I'm on a brand name, not because I'm doing compounded. I just don't trust it, and it's not clear to me like what the pharmacy is. Like I'm just confused. Okay, like I understand this is cute and stuff, but yeah. So I will not be using this. I'm just gonna wait on my other one. But all that to say that I didn't have an injection this past week. Okay, and if you recall, I have had now. This is the third or fourth time where my medication, I didn't get it, on time. So now my day, of course, is going to be messed off again, my injection day, which, whatever. I've learned my lesson, and I know now that 2 to 3 weeks before I run out, I'm just going to have to get, my refill at that time. And I had not been doing that before. But as you know, these medications that we on are in very high demand, so we should expect these delays. But that's it for that portion of GLP-1. Now, in the past, I don't think I've ever shared with you the supplements like that are my go-tos, but I did want to share them with you here because these are things that I incorporate into my weekly routine on a weekly, daily basis. And so the first one, which is my 100% absolute favorite, actually, me and my husband was joking about it. He was asking me, how you feel about collagen? And I was like, life changing, life changing. I love it. I got one serving, I think, left in there. But this is the Sports Research Collagen Peptides unflavored because I like to put it in my coffee. And I don't like a whole bunch of different tastes in my coffee in the morning. But this right here, we was joking and we was like, it's like the Tin Man or Wizard of Oz, when they come and they do this to these joints. Because Marlon was asking me like why I like it so much, and I said because the knees come to life. You hear me? It's like putting a pillow in your knee joint. It's like a little pillow. I could squat deeper and lower. You know, we went in with this. The other thing that's a go-to that I've been on for I think a year or more now is Transparent Labs 100% grass-fed whey protein. This come in handy one because it's 28 grams, and when I double it with a 12-gram serving of the yogurt, and then I add some fruit for a smoothie, that comes right in handy, especially on heavy lifting days, and I need something really quick during the work week. That comes in handy. Now, this is a newer thing that I've been incorporating that my coworker put me on to. It's the Zena greens. And I know some of the girls have been talking about, different supplements like the greens and stuff, but I hadn't done it because I typically like eat a pretty well balanced diet. But I have found with getting busier, um, I'm not getting as much fiber and stuff that I really want. This right here also has been life changing. But I would strongly suggest to follow the directions, which is put it in ice and water. I tried it with just cold water. Them grains don't melt down like they need to. So yeah. So this one I love as well. Now, moving on to the next part of this video. So yesterday I had a comment slash compliment. I'm gonna take it as a compliment, which was, Evelyn, you're not the same, as when I first met you. You've actually changed a lot in the course of the time I've known you, which for this particular person has been 8 years. I'm 47. Um, and I think in the past I would have took that information and tried to analyze it in a very negative way. But I was thinking to myself, doggone straight. I'm glad that you noticed because I have changed a lot and it's been intentional. I've been doing a lot of work over the past recent years to get myself to where I am. And I think sometimes it's easy for people to uh look at you, you know, through a very narrow window because they are only seeing this part of you. And so when you make changes, case in point, how I was slightly fast last night with, my bra top, showing, which I know for this particular friend probably was doing the most. But if you can do the most, do the most, you know? Anyways, and so I was just thinking to myself, how I am very, very thankful for the woman that I have become. And that's not contingent upon what other folk think about me. That is contingent upon what Evelyn thinks about Evelyn. Period. I'm not saying that what other people say can't influence you, encourage you, because that's part of my purpose is to bring about that encouraging and motivational. But at the end of the day, it's all rides on you. Period. It ain't up to nobody else to make you happy. Ain't up to nobody else to make me happy, even if you're married. Not their responsibility. It's just not. It's too much of a burden actually to place on somebody else for them to quote meet your needs enough to make you happy and actually kind of change how you feel. It's actually a lot of pressure to put on an individual. And I'm not saying they can't contribute to it. What I'm saying is the onus is not, the responsibility, the accountability factor is not on them. And so I realized that, over the course of the years, that whatever I want to be is up to me, period. And I'm just thankful that I'm continuously moving forward, that I'm not allowing anybody to dictate how I move about the planet. Um, I'm also very, very thankful for, intuition and the ability to be able to see things that maybe other people can't see and to, go and thrive on that. Um, and then I also think like one of the things I'm noticing, as I'm starting to slim down, um, is that, some people will, give you, I hate using these slang terms, but it's so accurate. Some people will give you the side eye. I got several side eyes last night when I was out. But the thing that I just have to remind myself is that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's got everything to do with you. See? So, and I don't get to hold that. I don't get to hold what you project to me. I don't have to. I don't have to participate. And that is such a mind freeing experience. And I know it's Mother's Day, but if you've been a mom long enough, my oldest is 30. Um, Sometimes your own children that you actually push through your birth canal into this world will act a whole fool too. But guess what? You don't have to own that. Not yours to own, not yours to hold. Now, if you choose to take ownership in that, then that's your business. I'm not judging. But what I'm saying is you have the power to distinguish what you will take versus what you will not take. And at this stage in my life, there are certain things that I'm absolutely not taking. For real, non-negotiables. You know what I'm saying? Those boundaries are critical. They're critical for growth. They're critical for advancement. And I don't mean advancement in the sense of monetary gain, although it could include that. I'm talking about advancement into the maturation process of being a human being, if that's what you're into. I don't believe in stagnation. So for me, the growth mindset is critical. And I'm surrounding myself and weaning out folk who take, I'm surrounding myself by people who are like minded and weaning out folk who not with that. Point blank into the period. And so I said this was going to be longer and kind of like a full rant, which it was. I appreciate you listening. If you stayed this longer, if you clicked through, the different segments, I appreciate you so much. But remember, the future you is waiting on you. Hope you have an amazing week. I'll see you again next time.